So you want to buy a multifamily property out here in Hawaii, but you've been hearing these terms like multifamily and multi-generational, and you have no idea what the difference is. Well, in this video, we're going to cover exactly what that difference is, pros and cons, and everything you need to know, and why we see a lot more multi-generational than multifamily homes out here. So stick around to get all the details. See you on the other side. All right, guys, like I mentioned in this video, we're going to cover the differences between a multifamily and a multi-generational. This is a term that we hear and coined out here in Hawaii. We see these types of properties a lot, and it's kind of difficult to understand the differences, but I'm going to cover all that. Now, before we do, let me quickly introduce myself if this is your first time here. My name is Patrick Long. I'm a licensed realtor out here in Hawaii and have been for nearly a decade, helping buyers, sellers, and investors like yourself with their real estate needs. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Got my contact information right here, or you can directly DM me on any of my social media platforms. With that being said, let's get into the differences between multifamily and multi-generational. So multifamily, the definition of multifamily, more or less, if we were to summarize it, is basically having more than one unit, generally up to 4 units if you want to stay within conventional financing and not go commercial, where you are able to have multiple units with multiple separate water meters and electrical meters, and all having legal kitchens. Now, a full legal kitchen is made up of the 3 elements. That's going to be the sink, the stove, and the fridge. Now, some of the benefits of multifamily is, of course, when you're purchasing the home, you can potentially use the rents that are there to qualify for more when it comes to purchasing it. Additionally, the other pro or benefit is that you can separate the electricity because you have separate electrical meters and you don't have to pay the utilities for all your tenants. It's separated along with the water. Now, the only challenge with this is generally the price point. Now, a lot of investors usually swoop up all of these units, and they're anywhere between, I'd say at the bottom, probably 1.2, 1.3, but the median is probably about 1.5 to 1.7 if you want to get, let's say, a duplex or a triplex out here in Hawaii. That's the median. It definitely can go way higher, and they're kind of difficult to find. So just keep that in mind when you are looking for multifamily. So the next type of home is a multi-generational, and this is what we see a lot out here in Hawaii. And this is basically a single family home that has been cut up. Okay, and how that works is basically, let's say you have one single family home with one roof. It's going to have one full legal kitchen, sink, stove, and fridge. And then you're going to put up a wall and create a separate entrance. And let's say you have a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. You live in one side of the house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And then you put up a wall and a separate entrance, and you have another part of the house that's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. And with that, you can put in a wet bar. Now, a wet bar is essentially a kitchenette that has 2 of the 3 elements. So it's not a full legal kitchen. So you're most likely going to see a lot of properties like you see in these photos here, where you see a separate mother-in-law suite or a separate unit that's not a full ADU or permitted ADU that allows you to basically have a separate unit that you can rent out. But you'll notice, as you see in these photos, a lot of them are missing a stove. It's like there's a box or a place where you could put a stove, but there's only a fridge and a sink. And this is the gray area that we have here in Hawaii, where the rules are a little wonky, where you basically can have to just play with the rules and understand that, hey, I can sell this property as long as there's not a full legal kitchen in that other unit. It's just a wet bar. Now, what you do once you actually purchase the property and put a stove in there or put a renter, that's up to you. But when you are getting the property appraised or when you're selling it, you have to have only one legal kitchen and a wet bar. You can't have 2 full legal kitchens. So that's kind of that gray area you need to understand. Additionally, a lot of times you have to have internal doors. So if you have a separate unit, like I said, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, you need to have an internal door that allows you to get in and out. And just what you basically do is just keep that door locked all the time. And that's pretty much it. And sometimes people seal it up and they just open it up again before they sell the property. So it really just comes up when you're selling the property, when the appraiser comes to check it out, or the VA appraiser comes to check it out, or VA inspector. That's the only time you really have to make sure that you are obeying by all the specific rules. But again, this is me just telling you what I've seen out in the past. I'm not telling you what to do. It's just what we see a lot out here in Hawaii is a lot of those multi-generationals where people have split it up to make for other living quarters to help with those high home prices and high mortgage rates. Okay, guys, well, that pretty much wraps it up. If you could do me a huge favor before you sign off, if you could smash that like button as well as click the subscribe and notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop videos just like this. And if you want to talk story or talk more strategy on this type of stuff, feel free to reach out to me. Got my contact information right here, as well as you could directly DM me on any of my social media platforms. That's pretty much wraps it up. I'm Patrick at PatrickLongRealty.com, powered by eXp Realty. Hope you have a beautiful day. I'll talk to you soon. Aloha.